Let me get my rag off of here. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I know you're going to be on here. There's Jacob Tanjay. I don't know if Michael Beach of Life is going to be on here. I believe he's on his way to Cebu, which I may be going if the weather continues to look like it's breaking. Doubtful Genius, what's up to all my old heads? Thank y'all for y'all support. All my members, there's Robert Morris. Thank you, brother, for joining me. Thank y'all for y'all continued support. I just uploaded a video to my members only and also to my Patreon. I'm trying to build up my Patreon. I'm going to start focusing on that and give y'all some hot, spicy stuff over there because I can do that. Any new viewers and subscribers joining us today, welcome. And anybody catching this on replay, we always have a topic. The topic today is the top 10 places in the Philippines for newbies, but I really should have titled it My Top 10 Places because I've been to only 17 islands in my over 15 years of being here. So I've only scratched the surface. So let's change that to My Top 10. These aren't tourist spots, vacation spots. These are just places that I would think that you could come to settle and to get your feet wet on the Philippines. Now, of course, y'all know we always talk about videos I've done since the live stream. The one today was, hiring a maid with benefits can be dangerous. I'm just telling you. What's up, W Secrets of Success? Robert Moore said, good morning, evening, Cal and crew. I'll be watching from the airport. Where you headed, brother? Safe travels. Eric Smith, what's up, man? What's up, Harry Shoulders? But, my first question would be, who you going to hire? This stuff sounds good on the internet. These vloggers make it sound real enticing. Who you going to hire you get over here? You're talking about hiring some young woman for the province. Who are they? That would be my first question. You bringing a complete stranger into your house to cook, clean, wash the clothes, and then for special benefits. Well, you just going to have your girlfriend clean your house? That would be the thing because most of these crimes against foreigners over here are inside jobs. You've hired the wrong person. You've invited the wrong people to your house. Something on that line. But all this all made with benefit stuff is foolishness, man. You're not even going to know who to hire or where to get the people from. Jacob Tanjay said it's not a good idea. What's up, TJ? Says you hear any noise, it's just Cal and the boys. Glad to see you safe over there. What's up, Retired 2019? Michael Alexander, I see you, Golden Gate, Tim West. Yeah, everybody's here. He said, Calvin, are comments enabled for the members only video? They should be. I just put members only. Did you try it or something? Usually they are. Those are the first comments to show up. But I know I didn't do anything wrong. I hope I didn't. Maybe I punched. What's up, Stephen Chow? Tesmo official. But yeah, guys, all that internet stuff is good for the internet, man. But I wouldn't allow strangers in here. What's up, Jabraz? He said, so what, Cal? I just got the John saying yesterday, be here for 30 days. Oh, man, I know you're going to enjoy yourself. Okay, thanks, Jacob. He said, yeah, comments are enabled. What's up, Jeffrey Tatter? Hey, Jeffrey, can you do me a favor, man? Check on that mystery box. It went into the black hole again. TJ says, I'm back from Bali. Stomach was effed up the last day. Don't buy food when a place says they close in 10 minutes. To quote our former president, they're not sending their best. Bro, I checked their bags and found things they were stealing. Man, look, I'm just saying, man, use your common sense. This is your biggest sex organ up here. not here. This controls this. Use this head at all times. Papaya says, you've been playing tennis. No, but I actually saw my tennis buddy the other day, Junior. He's a Filipino guy that runs that. He's like the caretaker, the maintenance guy over at the tennis. This guy's my age, man. He's a beast. He plays in flip-flops. This guy's, he can beat anybody watching this in flip-flops. TJ said, let me give you the flip. But yeah, you know, y'all may want to pump the brakes on that hard and made with benefits, because she's going to set you up. If imagine the character of somebody who's going to agree to do that. Remember, everybody over here is not innocent. And you're going to end up getting somebody with in the wrong state of mind that sees you as an opportunity. And it doesn't take long. And it doesn't take much to get you hurt, to hire somebody, get somebody interested. Hey, Hal Funk Bass, he said, I'm heading to Paranaque next week, smiling all the way to see my woman. I hear you, man. He said, I'm on my way there. Okay, Robert. He said, what if you're dreaming and you can't control that below? Well, wake up from the dream. TJ says, I was single when I met my housekeeper and dealt me hard with my little head. That said, she was already a housekeeper for my Airbnb. He said, TJ Johnson, I'm Bali native. Why you telling bad about us? He said, Jets 14, New England 3. Yeah, I wish there was the old Jets New England rivalry. Harry Schroeder says her boyfriend was talking into it. Yeah, a lot of people will. If you look in those comments, you'll see where the guy says, hey, we're getting ready to fire the young lady because she said she was 18, turned out she's 17. The boyfriend lives next door, and when they're not there, he's over here making himself comfortable, eating our food and everything like that, guys. Okay, trust me. But I want to talk about something real quick before we get into the topic. I was watching a friend of mine's video yesterday, Derek Q. You know, he's always got good intentions of trying to help people, you know, better than themselves. But man, he went into a squatters area of all squatters areas. This is a place that I've probably driven by many times in the Philippines. Matter of fact, the first time I ever went past there, I asked a woman I was with, I said, well, what is that? She said, no, you don't want to go over there. They'll hurt you over there. Stay away from places like that. It was kind of a wake-up call because the level of poverty that was in that area, I don't see here in San Carlos City. And I've been in San Carlos City for over 5 years. You know, thankfully, I don't see that level of poverty every day. I don't know, that would give me PTSD. You know, but I say that to say this, man. Some people, all they have left is their dignity. You can't take that from them, man. Let them have their dignity. And I know he's got good intentions. And this isn't against him. I'm just saying that watching that video, because I watch his videos, it just woke me up, man. It shocked me, man. It was like a slap to the face. Because, you know, over here in San Carlos City, it's all clean. It's all neat. You know, you can go to some places in San Carlos City, man, you think you're back at home, and you kind of forget where you are. And I always tell people, don't ever forget where you are. You're in the Philippines. And he sent me a reminder. I mean, it was bad. Trash everywhere. I mean, you know, just they had a dumping site. You know, there's no garbage pickups there. And then he went in the woman's house, and the CR was just a hole in the floor, and it goes right into the water. And it just, you know, it just did something to me, man. You know, I don't do those kind of videos, man. I mean, I don't care how good of intentions I've got. And then there's a lot of videos going around about this Tondo fire. Has anybody seen that? There's a big I mean, a tremendous fire up in Manila in the Tondo slums. Over 1,000 people affected, right? I mean, the firemen can't do anything. That, believe it or not, the firemen on the video with their phones, they can't get anywhere near it. These people are suffering, man. They've lost everything. And you got these guys with cameras in their face. I'm like, man, all these people have left is their dignity, man. Don't take that from them. But we don't care, man. But I bring that up to say this, you know, you have to understand the people that you're coming over here to see, that you're going to be dealing with over here, their mindset. And a lot of people you're going to bring into their house, they're coming from poverty like that. And they can get opportunistic. But watching those videos, man, just did something to me, man. I don't want views like that. You know, I don't know if you can really help anybody at that point. Marilyn couldn't watch it. She cut it off. You know, it's too bad. But let me say this. As an insurance agent in Kentucky, which Kentucky is one of the poorest states in the union in America, I've seen poverty on that level. Of course, I ain't have my camera out. I've been to Appalachia, man. Have you ever been to Appalachia? These dilapidated cars all in the yard. These old rusted out trailers. You know, people still have outhouses, and it's bad, man. People on drugs everywhere. But you don't exploit that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that's what they're doing. But it just, I don't know, man. I'm glad that I watched it, though, because it was a cold slap in the face to me. You know, we come over here, man. You don't realize we forget where we are. So we're hard on people over here sometimes, myself included. And when I saw that video, I was like, man, I need to back up a little bit. I forgot where I am. People are struggling over here, man, bad. So you can kind of understand a little bit better the women you're meeting on the dating site and they're asking for money or whatever it is. They may not even be scammers. They just need the money, man. You know. Yeah, he said K is gone. The NTZ is real. That's right. Rake said, could you shout out my friend? No, I don't do that because I don't know people. I don't know who they are. And there's too many games being played over here. He said, you look like DC. You know, people told me that. Ronnie Lott. He said, I'm going to be there next week. Saturday near Paranaque in Makati coming from New York. Well, Hell's Funk Base is going to be there. Why don't y'all hook up? That's what we were talking about on the members only live stream. The support group and how important it is. And how we need to be chatting with men before we come over here instead of women all the damn time. Because once you get over here, the woman's not going to be able to help you. She don't know where the best hamburger, the best steak and all that is. But the men do. Especially if you got somebody in the same city that you plan on going to. No man is a mountain, guys, okay? Stop coming over here, sneaking over here, trying to be over here on your own. What's up, I love LaChine, Lonnie Franklin, I see y'all. You are so faithful. Thank you. Lee, he said, I also decided not to convert the two-pointer because once you take that emergency cat out of the bag, it's loose. Alex said, did he do it or did he not? Well, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. There's something called due process in America. We should know better than to try people in the press. And we're going to continue to do that. How this man is going to get a fair trial is beyond me. Okay, that's bullshit. There's nobody living and breathing in America that's eligible to sit on a jury that hasn't heard about his situation. It's bullshit, and y'all know it. So there's no fair and partial jury. They have to go out in space somewhere or come over here to the Philippines and get 12 jurors. Okay? He said, this should be off limits, Cal. Yeah, I know, but you know, like I said, Derek Q, he's got good intentions, but my point was not to get on his case, was just to say that he woke me up. When you see that kind of poverty, man, you're like, wow, I forgot that level of poverty existed over here, man. And you could just see people are uncomfortable, man, when you bring cameras in there like that. All they got is their dignity. Let them have that. You know, if you're going to go in there without the camera and help people. That's all I'm saying. And then the fire up in Tondo, go on YouTube, man. People lost everything. They're trying to get as much stuff out as they possibly can. And these fools are sitting there making videos and stuff. It's not like they're making a news report. They got the camera in people's face. They're suffering, man. They've lost everything. They don't know if family members are stuck over there and can't get out. I mean, this is just a humongous blaze. One lady just looked like she got PTSD already. And he's just showing the camera, focusing the camera on the woman, man. That's exploitation right there. That's voyeurism right there. You're not doing any good with that. I'm sorry, man. And I'm not judging. I'm not preaching. I'm just saying. Some people, that's all they got is their dignity. Let them have that. If you want to go in there without the camera. Because you can see how uncomfortable people are, man. You know, they're embarrassed. You know, they're hiding, a lot of them. They don't want people to see this is how they live. No CR, just a hole in the floor. It goes right down in the water. Like, how long does it take before that water is just poison? Okay. He said, sounds like West Tulsa. Okay. I've seen poverty in America. I haven't been to the Mississippi Delta, but I've been to Appalachia in America, in Kentucky. And you know, I wouldn't take a camera there. Those people would probably beat me to death. Let's see. Adrian Argentina said, Calvin, I wrote a book about retiring in the Philippines, and I want to gift it to your audience. It's currently published on Amazon. Let me know how I can share it. Well, just share the link in here. Or in the comment. This is the live chat. Share it in the comments after the video, after the live stream. TJ Johnson said, bet that ended up being a better choice. Her cooking, cleaning, and confidence had infinitely more return on investment than laying up with her would have done. Hal Funkbay says, yeah, I agree. Yeah, sometimes, guys, you gotta let that stuff go, man. I mean, it's so bad. You think I'm playing, guys. I was thinking twice about even continuing to go on YouTube. That video is so bad. Go watch it. I mean, he's really in there, man. What's up, Duel and Maid? What's up, Marlon? Don Ridgeway. He said she'll know where the best balut is. Moments with Mitch, what's up? He said P. Diddy got messed up by Trump. I don't know. Yeah. He said the feds don't come to you for funsies. Yeah, but let's let the man be judged by a jury of peers, because we don't know P. Diddy. And you know what amazes me is that what he did supposedly happened years and years ago, right? But now they're coming up with all these, they're changing the laws. They did it on R. Kelly. That's why he's trying to get out. And they're saying you can't bring up stuff from 30 years ago, but then they changed it. They say, yeah, well, you can in his case. They're going to do the same thing about Diddy. Y'all don't understand. These people I'm not justifying what they're doing. Let's just have a conversation. I'm saying these are groupies, man, what they used to call groupies when I was growing up. They want to be around these powerful, successful men. Now, all of a sudden, they jump on the bandwagon. Oh, he did something wrong. Well, why didn't you come forward all those years ago? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, 12 Martian jurors. Yeah, he said agree with due process, but fair trial. It doesn't matter, though. He still got to have a jury, Eric. Yeah, it's because you don't get a fair and partial jury in America. You know, there's still places where there's all white juries. Okay. Judging black men over in America. That's defense lawyers, and you know, they got just as much pull as the prosecution in where in the jury makeup and where the trial's going to be held. They're trying to get it in their best interest. Look at the O.J. Simpson trial, for instance. Dylan said, what happened? What video are you talking about? I got here late. Well, my buddy Derek Q, I'm not getting on his case. I'm just saying I watched his video. I think it's You Are Welcome Here. And I believe he was looking for the Bajau people or something. Well, him and his girlfriend, they're in this. They went into the squatters area, man. It's really, really bad. It's as bad as I've seen it. I wouldn't go in someplace like that. Not that I'm better, but some people, all they have left is their dignity. Let them have that. If you're going to go in there and help people, okay, don't take the cameras in there. That's all I'm saying. Because you can't fix that kind of poverty. I don't care how many donations you get. I don't care how much a bigger support group you've got. You cannot fix that. Okay? And I want to reiterate, I'm not stepping on him. I'm saying I'm glad I watched it because it woke me up. It poured a cold bucket of water over my head. I forgot where I was. I'm living here comfortable in San Carlos City, one of the cleanest cities in the Philippines. Crime almost at zero. And I don't see that kind of poverty. And then I'm looking because, you know, depending on what video you are, if you look underneath it, you're going to have similar videos. There's a fire in Tondo. 1,000 families affected. A big ass fire, man. And you got these guys making videos, man, putting the camera all in people's face who lost everything. They don't know if they got loved ones over there burning up. You know, I don't know, guys. Golden Gate said, Cal, I sense that too. Seemed like the people there just wanted to make the best of their life. That's really all that they're doing, man. You know, a lot of the people that you see at the malls and when you're riding on the bus, they're on the main street. They live in places like that. But they come out, they got dignity. They dress up. They try to get jobs, better themselves. But they don't want you going back there showing the world, hey, look at this. I see Filipinos doing it. They do it too. You know, because they can get away with it more easily than a foreigner. I'm just saying it was a wake-up call to me. That's all. It was just bad, man. It was just like, I don't know. I hope some good can come out of it, but I doubt it, man. I doubt that. Yeah, that toxic water, because it's just going, because, you know, he says, hey, what's this? The lady said, the CR. Okay. So he said, can I see it? So he goes in there, and, you know, you got to walk across a plank to get to it. And whoever the camera just shows us just where a piece of wood was missing, and it's a hole there. And that's the CR. And it drops down whenever they're using it, just, however they're using it. It just drops down in that water like that. And then part of the video shows the little kids playing in the water. I'm like, man. Hey, Lonnie. He said, Cal, you have your tree already? We do. We haven't put it up yet. He said, Diddy, take that, take that. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, guys. Marlon, thanks for that super chat. He said, any good chiropractors out there? I'm spending a grip out here in the States to keep me going on this hamster wheel. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they've got that Filipino traditional massage where they twist you and bend you and all of that. It'll shock you now. It will shock you. You think you're going to go in there for a Swedish massage. Next thing you know, your damn heel is touching your damn forehead. But they say it's very therapeutic. He says, I hope not, because you're 59 making troll comments. You're about to qualify for Social Security. Spend some time with your nephews and nieces. Yeah. Ron Lawson says, hey, Cal, when they collect your trash, where do they take it? Well, you know, they've got landfills here. You know, we're not living in the 1800s, guys. San Carlos City has regular garbage trucks and fire engines and everything like that. But where he was filming, you know, it's not a real neighborhood. So they don't have a regular pickup. They just pick part of the squatter area to dump their trash. He had to walk through it, man. I wouldn't have walked through that for no reason. Al Rogan says, if you are poor, you really don't know how poor you are. I think they know, not the kids, but the teenagers and the adults certainly know. They know. You know, because the rich live next to the poor over here, Al. I think you know that. There's no escaping reality. You going to bed hungry at night and all that stuff, man. I mean, you know, part of my 10 best places, my 10 best for newbies is, you know, one piece of advice is you have to pick and choose your spots here in the Philippines. Poverty's everywhere. I don't care where you go. It's there. I just won't focus on it. I won't focus on it. This, you know, it's just too big of a problem for anybody to fix. Okay, that's a government issue. Okay. What's up, Eric Terry? Mike Dawsonville, what's up? Journeys in Bahal. Good morning. Elliot says, hey, Calvin, making my first trip in about 3 weeks. I appreciate you getting to the real facts and talking about the stuff that no one else brings up. Well, you know, my channel, Elliot, is geared toward the new man and woman. I get off track sometimes, but I always bring it back. And, you know, giving people advice like this, you know, the top 10 places, my top 10 places, I think it'll help them. And also, you know, there's more to talk about than dating and, you know, women. Okay? It just is. Hey, I need travel. Thanks for that super chat. He says it's safe, sex talk, lots of children in poverty, but that's around the world. I don't understand. You can't just say all this here in the Philippines. You know, with human beings, I need travel. Teenage pregnancy is a worldwide epidemic, not just in the Philippines. My daughter was 15 when she had a baby. There's nothing you can do when them hormones start kicking in like that. You can talk till you blue in the face. My daughter was sneaking out of the basement while I'm asleep. Her little sister told on her. By that time, it's too late. Okay? I'm just saying, guys, you know, we don't understand that nobody's perfect, man. We try to look down on people because we got a better lifestyle and a standard of living, man. You're no more moral than they are. Matter of fact, they may be more moral than we are. Remember, we've got the expat prayer. We're coming over here adding to the mix. I need travel. We're supposed to know better, and we're coming over here adding to it. Let's get honest then, since you want to talk about that. Okay? You know you're going to come over and do something immoral. So you say the prayer on the way, on the plane. Okay? So let's not talk about morality. Let's just talk about what I said. The video woke me up. I really felt guilty. I don't know why. I didn't cause it. I can't fix it. But just seeing stuff like that does something to me, man. I'm a human being. I'm like, man, you know, I hope some good can come out of that. But the problem's too big. Okay? Tim West says sex pet prayer. Hello. Yeah, but it's true. Yeah, if you're living in a glass house, don't throw no stones. Yeah, I am a solution, Dylan. Do you see that I do as much as I can humanly possible for one individual with a channel? Evidently, you're new to my channel. I stopped counting at 2 million pesos that I've given away. We've rebuilt houses. We've done all kind of stuff, man. But the problem is beyond it's beyond the scope of any help I could offer, really. You can't fix that kind of poverty. Okay. Michael Prince said, how much does it cost to live there? Okay. Let's get to the subject. Okay. Here's my top 10 places. Number 10 is San Carlos City. I have to put it on there because of how clean it is, how peaceful it is, the low cost of living, the warm and welcoming people. The crime rate is zilch, basically, for foreigners. It's just a wonderful place, but it's 10 because if you're a younger person, you're probably not going to enjoy it here. We don't have the big malls and the movie theaters and the nightclubs and all that, but we do have a whole lot of tourist attractions. If you like hiking, if you like, you know, if you outdoorsman, you'll love it here. I mean, this little city offers so much, man. It would shock you. We've got a tennis center with clay courts. And if you're not a member, it only costs you 65 pesos to come and play there on clay courts. Doesn't matter if it's raining or not, you can play. Infinity pools. Everything is here. It's this little place, man. Okay, I got that number 10. And then we've got an island 8 minutes away, Sapaway Island. We can go over there. They got different resorts. You know, they got some stretches of white sand beach over there, snorkeling and all that stuff. They got good schools here. I'm going to tell you one thing they have before I move on. They got good leadership here. Okay, you can talk about corruption all you want in the Philippines. Okay, corruption's everywhere too. But they just built a brand new city hall. Okay, this, man, I'm going to tell you, they spend the money. The tax money gets spent here. Okay, I'm just telling you. Hey, Jim, he says, our trash is picked up by a family on a tricycle, okay? About 60 to 80 pesos per month. He gives credit for cardboard boxes and empty bottles. Near Butuan City, it's how cost of living, it's low cost of living in the province. Yeah, we don't have to pay for ours. It's city funded. But I always give the guys, sometimes I give them 100 apiece. If I've got extra water in here, I'll give them water or whatever it is. But they pick up our trash about once a week. Yeah, Dylan. He says, I think you do a lot of not talking about you, brother. Yeah, I know. And that's why I always ask people to help somebody when they come over here. We don't know the level of poverty that exists over here. You know, fortunately for us. But it's over here, and videos like that will remind you. Okay? Hey, Lena says, I will say safety sex is not taught, but when you're in university, there's an option to attend to that class. That was decades ago in my time. Not sure if they have it now. Yeah, but see, morality is a problem all over the world. It's not just Filipinos, a Filipino problem. We're supposed to know better, Lean, and we bring our shit over here too. How many Amerasians is it left over here? They don't care if it was years ago. That one channel is doing just a tremendous job, but hell, they're not even scratching the surface. The problem is too big, but they're doing what they can. That Leah and Blair and Gail's father, he just didn't want anything to do with her. They're having better success. But we come over here and do that. Add to the problem. Then run off. And then try to talk about the Philippines from 8,000 miles away. Oh, look at them over there. Don't they practice safe sex? Did you practice safe sex when you came over here? W Secrets of Success says, after traveling many places in the world, I'm thankful the circle of life dropped me off in the United States. That's right. But you got to add to that, in the time that it dropped you off. Okay, because it wasn't always a good thing to be dropped off in the United States. Okay? Especially if you look like me. Imagine if the wheel of life dropped you off in 1855 when my great-grandfather was born. See, I'm only 3 generations removed from slavery, guys. You won't believe this. Okay? This is where I get my testosterone and everything from my great-grandfather. He was 62 when he had my grandmother, which is my father's mother. Okay? And then, she was born in 1919, I believe. Then my father was born in not 1919. That would be 1855. He was 62. 1917. She was 60. He was 62 when she was born. That would have been a good time to get dropped off in the United States. But right now, yeah, it would be. He said, how many foreigners are killed in St. Carlos? Probably 0. Do they die here? Yeah. My buddy John basically died here. We commit suicide the slow way, smoking, drinking, but they don't get killed here. Man, the St. Carlos City, let me say this because I didn't put this in here. They've got a 24-hour police patrol every night. Okay? If somebody commits a crime, they know who did it. No, ain't nobody getting killed over here. He said, people hate taxes, but they build the social safety net. Yeah. See, I came to grips with that years ago. And then when you come to the Philippines, you see why they have so much trouble, because they don't have the tax base that the United States has. And this is why I get it. Me and John used to have discussions about this all the time. I'm like, John, well, what do you want the government to spend our tax money on if you don't want them to help the children, the elderly, the vulnerable population? Because he was one of them guys that talks about AFDC and food stamps and stuff like that. He wants us to continue to spend all our money on the military. No, we got to have that safety net there. Help the people who can't help themselves. Just because a few people fall through the cracks don't mean that you trash the whole system. Because we were talking about this disability. You know how people abuse that system, right? Well, it's only a fraction of people compared to the whole department. So we're supposed to throw that away and let all the people who really need it. And by the way, that we're paying for, where's that money going to go now? Yeah, we had a lot of discussions. He said, in terms of philosophy, you think other allied countries would help instead of enabling wars. Yeah, see? But I can say, they do. It's just the problem, man, the scope of that problem, man, it's just so big. And then you have these natural disasters on top of one another, these personal disasters, the fires. See, nature didn't start that. the one that was here in St. Carlos, a candle. When you live that close together like that, if one house catches on fire, they all catch on fire. D. Kim said, where you at? I'm in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental, about 4 hours north of Dumaguete. TJ says, if Duval is number one on this list, someone is catching an indirect air. No, it's not. Okay, number 9 is DePoluk City. Okay. This city is sort of reminds me of like a San Carlos City. There's a lot of foreigners there because anybody on here talking about, oh, I'm trying to get away from foreigners, man, you better think again. That's what we were talking about, the support groups and stuff. But DePoluk is situated in the right place. It's got that port right there. It's right down from Ducoc, one of the nicest resorts in northern Mindanao. I've got that as number 9 on my list. And it's called, you know, like I said, it's only 3 hours from Dumaguete by Fast Cat. Well, actually, the Peton, which is, you know, a 10-minute ride from the Polo. That's actually where the port is. But I got that number 9. Let's see. The boss says, I was in Davao for a few days. I was in Davao a few days ago and been there many times in the past. Can't see any difference. Well, I could because I hadn't been there since 2011. Don says, enjoyed my time in San Carlos, although it rained each day and didn't get to Sapaway Island. Yeah, I met you, right, Don? Did I meet you in Malwani? Yeah, Jacob Tanjay, Mr. Gregory Mitchell did not do the right thing. But they're trying to do whatever they can. And if you just help one person in that situation, you're doing a lot. And they are helping people. The last video I saw of theirs, the half Filipino, half American, he was 61, same age as me. And his father was still alive, still driving Harley Davidsons and stuff in America. But he had no idea that he had a son here. You know, they come here while he was in the service, you know, one night stands and they leave. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. Come on. Give me some support. He said 62. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm only 3 generations. Okay, my father, my grandmother, and my great-grandfather. My great-grandfather was a slave. He was born a slave. So, yeah, it just depends on the wheel of life and where it stopped and what year it was. You know, 100 years from now, that may not be the case. But we don't live hypothetically. We live now. Right now is a good time to live in America, really. I mean, you know, with all things being equal, guys, okay? We can talk about what's wrong with America all day long. But that social safety net over there is second to none, really. He said, Cal, agreed 1,000 with you on the time being in the USA. Yeah, that's right. Divided, we stand. Said, Cal, do you believe in reparations for people who were never slaves? Well, you have to understand, man, that's a deep discussion. I don't know if I'm qualified. I just know that if people who are rich today because of their ancestors and the money that they earned in slavery, okay, then you can take it from there. Why wouldn't the people who are poor today because their ancestors were born into slavery by those same people, why wouldn't they be? The country was built on the backs of my ancestors. That's a stupid argument, man. America paid the Japanese for their internment, gave them $20,000 each. I don't see you complaining about that. Gave them $20,000 each, okay, for locking them up during World War II. And their treatment pales in comparison, okay? So, no, we're not going to get on here with that. That's beyond the scope of my knowledge, but I can say, yeah, I'm a descendant of say, you act like that black people are in the position they're in today because we're inferior. That's the type of talk you're talking. That's bullshit. When you've been held back for so many years, they shoot the starting gun, but you've been held back for 300 some odd years, and then they say, okay, now you can go, and you think it's a fair deal. Come on, man. Don't come on here with that. I'm not going to address that. But yeah, if you want to ask me, I do. Okay. He said, sorry to hear that no one should go to the Philippines to commit suicide. Yeah, but see, we don't change. We don't change. We think that when you get off the plane, they're going to sprinkle some magic dust on you over here in the Philippines, and all of a sudden you become this new individual. No. What I've always told you is the Philippines will change you if you want to be changed. You can't change the Philippines, but the Philippines will change you. Okay, number 8 on my list is Zamboanga City. And remember, this is my list because these are the places I've lived, I've been to enough to be able to draw some type of conclusion. The Philippines is too wide open, man. We were talking about that at the gym last night. I've been over here on and off for 15 years, over 15 years. I've only been to 17 islands. This doesn't even include the tourist attractions and all that. Man, this place is chock full of stuff. So that's why when people get on here trying to compare the Philippines and Thailand, dude, you haven't scratched the surface of seeing what the Philippines has to offer for you to be so down on the Philippines. Because if you go and watch that video that Derek Q did, you see in the comments, well, that's why I hate when those vloggers talk about how beautiful the Philippines is. Fool, it's more to the Philippines than that squatter area. That's why they do it. Maybe they don't go to those squatters areas like that. They're just giving you their experience. You think that Appalachia in America defines America? It doesn't. But Zamboanga City, and I know y'all gonna say, oh man, that's down there in the danger zone. And Zamboanga has a past. Okay. But other than that, it's an urban city. Has the big malls, the movie theaters, and all of that. Some of the friendliest people you ever gonna meet. The good internet, it has all of that. Then right across, maybe 8 minutes away, just like Sapaway Island, they have Santa Cruz Island. One of the few places probably on the planet with pink sand. I mean, it's really just an unbelievably beautiful island there that you can go and, you know, for a day trip. You can't stay all night. There's no hotels or resorts or anything. I'm pretty sure eventually they're going to build all that. But Zamboanga is 8. Now, the one thing that you're going to start seeing in all these other cities, starting with Zamboanga, is the traffic. You know, that's the only thing you got to deal with. Because in Zamboanga, they built these 2 gigantic malls within close proximity of themselves. But not only that, but they built them right on the street. You know, in America, when you go to a mall, hell, you got to drive across, 2 or 3 acres of parking lot before you get to the mall. Not here. They build these big, gigantic malls right on the curb. It makes the traffic 10 times worse. But yeah, Zamboanga, man, believe it or not, there's a lot of money down there in Zamboanga, because Zamboanga is like the hub of all that southern Philippines, that South Sulu area over there. There's a lot of money in Zamboanga, a lot of trading going on. You see just some filthy rich people there in Zamboanga, Muslim and just regular Christians or whatever. Because at the end of the day, they're Filipino first. But there's a lot of money in Zamboanga. What's up, Blizzard Broad? Alpina, what's up? He said, not much, man. I was catching your last video while I was down with a stomach bug. I'm going to have to catch some of your back catalog, my dude. Yeah. Jim says Silliman U is a great school. I haven't got there yet. Next on my list, number 7 is Dumaguete. People, you hear so much about Dumaguete from these vloggers, man. Dumaguete is a good place to land. It's a good place. It's not as big as Cebu and all those other places, but it got just as much as those places. Their traffic is getting bad. It's nothing like Zamboanga's, but you get there at the wrong time, either coming in Dumaguete or trying to leave. But other than that, man, if you want Western food, you know, like he said, Silliman University, got a bunch of colleges there. I love the Boulevard. You know, you just got all the amenities that you would at home. That's everywhere you go here. If you want to focus on that. Oh, okay. Yeah, Don, that was you. Yeah. You're a big, tall guy, man. How tall are you? Ron Lawson says, hey, Cal, I've seen some of the poverty there, and some of the houses over water have so much trash in the water. Doesn't that pollution affect all the islands? I don't think so. But, you know, plastic and all that, but I don't think so. But I know that's the reason they shut down Boracay some time ago when Duterte was the president. He shut it down to clean the ecosystem over there because a lot of the businesses, they were pumping the sewage and stuff right into the ocean. And he said, no, we got to stop this, man. And then it's happening in Coron, in Palawan. Quiet as it's kept. Research that. The fecal matter, the percent is rising because a lot of people are living close to the water. You know, a lot of those squatters and stuff, and they're just pooping and everything right into the ocean. They were thinking about shutting that for a while. Okay? 8,000 miles away, said, Big Time Cal, just saw you online. Hope all is well with you and your family, my brother. It is. Thank you, brother, for asking. Lena says, I'm proud of this channel. Remind everyone not to be stupid and having a support group for fellow expats there. Still some that doesn't want that support group and end up homeless expat in the fields. That's right. We had a good discussion on the members only yesterday about support groups. I still got some of my notes. I just want to kind of talk about this just a little bit. I don't want to get off topic, but I think it's very important, guys. Okay, no man is an island. This is what I'm saying. A support group is like an insurance policy. You hope you never need it, but if you do need it, it's there. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. We're not talking about a big group of people. All you need is 4 or 5 people who are standing on business, who are going to be at their post if you need them, who are walking the talk. That's all you need. Believe it or not, these live streams are loosely knit support groups, but y'all don't take advantage of them. There's people in here who can help you that you should be chatting with online, you know, before you come over here. They're in Dumaguete, like Jim, I guess. He's in Butuan, which I've got Butuan on here. You got people on here who are in Manila right now, Cebu right now. That's who you should be chatting with, not these women. Guys will brag about it. Oh, I know she's faithful because we chat 3 times a day, sometimes 8 hours. Well, that's wasted time. When you get over here, she's not going to be able to help you. Okay? But these guys can help you. It's a support group. What does support group mean? It just means a group of people with common experiences or concerns who provide each other with encouragement, comfort, and advice. That's all it is. Or in this case, this live stream, it's a gathering of people facing common issues to share what's troubling them. We don't use it. 100% of men come over here thinking they're going to do it on their own. Oh, I don't want to be around any foreigners. I don't need any help. I'm going to stand on my own 2 feet. Bullshit, man. You better get that insurance policy, which is a support group. And we'll go on. But yeah, Dumaguete, and this is my humble opinion. Remember, I haven't been but to 17 islands. Dumaguete just has just unbelievably beautiful women. I guess because they have all those colleges. Okay, you see stunners in Dumaguete. I mean, around the clock. Okay, probably all the 17 islands I've been to, the two most beautiful women that I've ever seen in the Philippines were both in Dumaguete. They were perfect. Okay, I know it sounds shallow, but I'm just saying. Okay, but Dumaguete, guys. Okay, the next one is Cagayan de Oro. Cagayan de Oro. A lot of money in Cagayan de Oro, too. I believe it's one of the richest cities outside of Metro Manila, outside of Manila. It may be the richest city. I was very impressed with Cagayan de Oro. I've been there several times. We had a meet and greet there last year. Everything's there you need. If you like, see, one thing about, because we always talk about women on here and, see, the Philippines is so diverse. That's just, when people say, well, I'm coming to the Philippines, what's it like in the Philippines? I say, which Philippines are you coming to? All these islands are really different, but certainly the people. If you like a woman that's a little bit more voluptuous, then you go down and you go down in Mindanao, starting with Cagayan de Oro, man. You see some brick houses there, but they've got everything there, man. I really fell in love with it. And it's about 3 hours away from Camigan Island, which is one of the smallest inhabited islands in the Philippines. I think it's the third smallest inhabited island in the Philippines. Beautiful place. It has that big, gigantic sandbar out in the middle of the ocean. At that time, I went in 2010 or 2011. It cost 200 pesos, so it's probably a little bit more for the boat to take you out there. But then when you look up, man, you're surrounded by this beautiful mountain range. It's the craziest thing you've ever seen. But I have to go with Cagayan de Oro. He said, W Secret to Success says that, Cal, damn right you're qualified to speak on slavery in America and reparations. Absolutely. I'm saying, to get into what he's talking about. He wants an argument. He wants a debate. I'm just telling him, I'm only 3 generations removed. I know the effect that it had. All you got to do is look at history. But history doesn't matter to a lot of us. We just think, oh, well, everything is the way, everything it is now is how it's always been. This is the most messed up attitude that I see over in America. They don't want to go back in history only when it's convenient for them to go back. They'll celebrate Lincoln and George Washington, but they don't want to celebrate what was going on. They don't even want to acknowledge what was going on during those times. He said, though usually black slave owners were usually taking on slaves slightly more altruistic purposes and weren't out here beating them like their lash power. Yeah, see, people always talk about that. Oh, black people own slaves and this and that, right? Look, chattel slavery. The United States took slavery to a whole other level. It's not that other slavery you're talking about. People were property, guys, okay? Let's don't get on to that. If you don't want to know the real nitty-gritty, don't bring it up. Okay, so part of American history that you cannot wipe away. It's what makes America America. Okay, the slaves built that place over there. And if you see how that another human being would treat their fellow human beings like that, okay, I don't want to hear it. And you say, oh, it was so long ago. Yeah, well, try to tell Jewish people that the Holocaust was so long ago and see where that gets you. Okay, but they treated those Africans and African Americans back in just like a damn cow or a dog, something chained up in the backyard, kept us in chains, my ancestors. If you're not going to talk about the whole story, don't talk about it. Throwing out slop, feeding them albatross like a damn pigs. Your ancestors did that. American ancestors did that. Okay, so let's stop with that because y'all don't want to talk about that. Okay, the live stream is about the top 10 places, my top 10 places for newbies coming to the Philippines. Yeah, America, they have no idea. Big Dog says, my black friends gave me a book on how land was taken from African Americans. It's unbelievable. Well, that's just the little stuff. That's nothing, man. I mean, even in the recent history with Jim Crow, just read that. In 1968, which is not that far, okay, I bought a house in Shively in Louisville, Kentucky. Don't you know the first black woman to buy a house in Shively in 1968? They blew up her house. They did not want her there, man. Okay? She was a school teacher, businesswoman, city council. Look it up. They didn't just set it on fire. They blew it up. Okay, Al Rogan says, Philippines has untouched oil reserves and minerals if mining was allowed. I believe that's what all this China Sea stuff is all about. I know they're holding a lot of gold reserves from around the world. That is true about the United States. They're holding a lot of our gold over here. Believe it or not, look up the gold list. The Philippines is up there. This country is a rich country. Just a lot of the citizens are not rich. But the Philippines itself is rich. He says, I'm not worried about Zamboanga. I got my Filipino bodyguard. We're not going to mess with you. Like I was telling the guys last night, Zamboanga is a city. It's too many eyewitnesses. You don't have to worry about getting kidnapped there. But one thing that does trickle and over to Zamboanga is the bombings every now and then. But, you know, because they call it the rebel tax. And if they come to your business, mainly like hotels and stuff like that, restaurants, you got to pay that rebel tax. Or they'll blow it up, man. And you say, oh, you making it up? I promise you it's not. When I met my wife, she's from Zamboanga. Her mother used to be terrified because we were staying in hotels there. I didn't want to stay with them. And I was like, well, why? She said, because she knows how dangerous it is. These hotels get blown up all the time. This is in 2010. Well, I'll be damned 2 days later if a hotel didn't get blown up, 3 people were killed. And I started staying with them in the squatter area ever since. All the way up until, you know, we split 2020, man. Whenever I came to the Philippines, we stayed there. I didn't care. He said, JJ says, where am I going for a nice, cool place with reasonable amenities that isn't infested with foreigners? Well, here in see, one thing about San Carlos City I didn't mention was the Don Salvador Mountains, which is about 25, 30 minutes from here. As you're going up through the mountains on the way to Bacolod. It's about 10 to 15 degrees cooler if you want to live up there in the mountains. Or, of course, Baguio, but Baguio has become a tourist trap now. That's overrun with foreigners. D says a lot of Filipinos have money, but they don't show it like Western people do. But some of them do. They just show it in a different way. Okay, they may have on a nice bracelet or watch, certainly a nice truck or car. But see, in San Carlos, then you see brand new Mercedes, you see brand new BMWs. You see all kinds of stuff here. Okay, they're rich. But the thing about the Philippines is everybody knows who the rich people are. You don't have to wear that stuff. Everybody knows who the rich people, the rich families are in San Carlos City, in Cebu, wherever. You can't hide it. See? So they don't have to. They already know, they're rich. He said, the IT consultant, he said, I just finished watching your top 5 for satisfying your woman. Yeah, man, don't let that bag out. Don't let that out of the bag. I'm releasing that on for my regular viewers in the morning. But yeah, that's funny, right? Hey, Golden Gate said, Calvin, when is the last time you and Marilyn went to the big hill you used to walk and hike up? She's been trying to get me to go, which I want to go, but, you know, Marilyn says 5 o'clock in the morning. And Marilyn, but see, it's been raining, man. You know, I don't know if we can make it up there, Golden Gate. Harry Schroeder says, I need to be close to a giant mall with all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So, Zamboanga, Dumaguete, Cagayan de Oro so far. Okay. Number 5 on my list is General Santos, which I had an Australian come to my house one time. And he said, the biggest mistake I made, he moved from General Santos to Dumaguete because he was watching all those vloggers. He said, man, they made Dumaguete out to be this great place. He said, you know, it's okay, but it's not General Santos. And he was raving on General Santos. He said, in his opinion, it's the most livable city in the Philippines. And it wins awards and stuff. It's up there with Iloilo as far as the most progressive cities in the Philippines. But it does have everything. The big hospitals, the big malls, the big universities, the beautiful women, obviously. The General Santos. And remember, it's close to Glen. Like 45 minutes away from Glen, Sarangani province, where those beautiful beaches are. So it has everything. The restaurants and all of that. The hotels, the nightlife. Number 5 is General Santos. He said, more faces in the chat. What's up, everybody? Yeah, get the thumbs up. Smash that like button, he said. But yeah, General Santos is number 5. Most of these places that I'm talking about, even though they're not tourist places, somewhere close by, there's a tourist spot. But I'm just saying somewhere where you can come, get settled, and get your feet wet on the Philippines. He said, I bet they have Colonel Sanders in General Santos. Absolutely they do. You know, General Santos is known for Bacolod. I didn't put Bacolod on here because I put San Carlos City, but I could have easily put Bacolod City on there. They're known for their chicken. Their Mascara Festival is coming up next month. If you in the Philippines and you can get to Bacolod, it's like the Mardi Gras or something. It's really, really nice. Okay. Harry Schroeder says, got to have the best Wi-Fi, fiber optic or something like that. Well, they all do. We've got 5G here, fiber optics here. Alpino R said, Calvin, do y'all have nice skyrise condos? And no, San Carlos City is a small place. Even though it's a class 2 city. And remember now, Dumaguete's class 3. This is rated higher than Dumaguete. Now, how they come up with that, I don't know. I don't know if it has something to do with taxes. I don't really know. Infrastructure, I don't know. But it's a class 2 city. Dumaguete's class 3. No, this is a small place. But it's clean, man. It's clean as a whistle. Like I said, if you like the outdoors, you'll like it here. But there's no nightlife really here. Dr. Willie 4500. The IT consultant said, what would be a good place to start if you want to absorb the culture of the Philippines? Any of these places. General Santos is where I'm at now. And then number 4 is Davao, TJ, which they're about, if you're in a car, what is that, TJ? About 2 hours away. The bus, it takes 3. Okay. But any of these places, the IT consultant, all these islands, really, before the Spanish came over here, They really were their own. They were sovereign. They had their own traditions, own languages, everything, man. Religions, the whole 9 yards. Customs. They came under the Philippine flag to fight the Spanish. He said, San Carlos orientation proximity, I think, between Cebu and Bacala, Iloilo. Well, it's about the same, honestly. Okay. But the logistics is a little different, JJ. He's talking about from Cebu, from San Carlos City to Cebu versus San Carlos City to Bacala, Iloilo. It's almost the same. But you got to catch the ferry. It's about 1 hour and 20 minutes to Toledo City, Cebu. Then catch the bus. You know, if you got a car, it's going to be less. But a bus is going to take you another 2 hours. From here, you go through the mountains. It's 2.5 hours to Bacala on the bus now. And then another 45 minutes on a ferry to Iloilo. Jeff Westbay says, so-called blacks are the original ascetics in all of Asia and many tribes still remaining. Absolutely. If you look at the history, the original Filipino migrated here from Africa, but it took him 1,500 years to do it. See, we think that things are just the way they are. The way they are today, they've always been that way. They haven't. The earth wasn't even the same as it is today. Because back then, I believe you could almost walk from Africa to Asia, believe it or not. Because they've been in the Philippines, it depends on who you want to believe, 20 to 30,000 years. They're just as black as me. They look like me. If you go to Iloilo, you'll see them. The Ada tribe. Certainly if you go to Boracay. But, you know, they're marginalized over here, man. It's like, you know, they know it's the history, but I don't think they talk about it in school or anything. But it's obvious. It's nothing that they can deny. That's for a fact. But I've got pictures on my community page where 5 black women, 5 African Filipinos is what they are. They came from Iloilo, and they come, you know, they travel around. They're sort of like gypsies, really. They're selling stuff. They're reading palms. And they let me take a picture with them. I gave them some money. I mean, they just look like they could have been my sisters, man. It's amazing, really. Solutions Bass says, Diddy's on the chat. Hello, Diddy. Oh, yeah. What's up, Thomas? Sean Diddy Combs, you can still walk there. Anywhere can be great with the right amount of money and with the right partner. Well, I don't know. Because all of these cities I'm talking about have hospitals, except for San Carlos City. We have a regional hospital that's pretty good, but, you know, it can treat you and get you to either Cebu or Bacala or Iloilo. But no, not any place. The further away from these urban cities that you go, that's when the healthcare starts getting, you know, funky. But these urban centers, the healthcare is just as good as it is in your place if you got the money and the insurance that they accept. Well, most of us don't have either. Okay? That's all I'm saying. The partner has nothing to do with it. All these places got women. We're just trying to help you. If you got that attitude, you're not listening. And that's why guys get in trouble. Oh, if I got enough money and the right woman, I can make it anywhere. No, you can't. You fuck around and land over in Baziland, a Holo Salu, or Tawi Tawi. Don't give a damn how much money. You ain't going to have that money long. Your damn head going to be cut off. But that's the way we think, see? So now, oh, yeah, you want to generalize everything. It's not. That's bullshit. You come to the wrong place over in the Philippines, and you're going to pay for it. Give a damn how much money you got. You'll be miserable as hell, some of these places. Alpina Art says, I made a video with the Adas back in 2013. The last time, okay, it was me, Marilyn, Booby, and Sophia. We went to Boracay. So on the way back, you know, you're in Iloilo. You got to stop and catch the ferry to Bacolod. Well, we stayed overnight, and I had to go get something to eat or get some money out of the ATM, whatever it was. I seen it was 3 girls and 1 man, right? They were so shy and bashful. I basically had to chase them down to give them, I gave them 100 pesos each. But they're just so shy and bashful, man. It's because, man, they're really treated bad over here. It's almost like they're invisible. Imagine just in these last few years, you can look it up. The first Ada, period, in a story, graduated from the University of the Philippines, which, by the way, is a, prestigious college here. And he graduated in his native dress. But, it's just, I don't know. You're going to see him over here. It would be nice. I went to the last time, and the very first time I went to the Sinulu, which is the big festival in Cebu that happens in January, there was a black lady there. And I took a couple of pictures with her. She just looked like a regular black woman until she started talking. Okay, Gail's different. And black, like she's half African American, half Filipino, okay? So, she's going to school and she's learning English, but a lot of these Adas, they're in their own world here. Up in those mountains, they have their own little area. They're like autonomous, man. So a lot of them won't speak English. It was the same when we went to Boracay the same time. Ask Merlin. I had to chase this little dude down just to give him some money, man. I just wanted to say hi to him. It's such a rare sight that you meet them. Hey, Henry, what's going on from Honolulu? Solutions by says, you gave advice about how to talk to girls. I know it's basic, but thanks for that. I always get approach anxiety. And most of us do, but Angelo asked that. And I just said, hey, man, just say hello or ask for directions to somewhere. Now she's going to pay attention to you. You're right there in her face. But we always say, the women in Davao, me and him was walking in the mall one time. He said, some beautiful women here, but their nose is stuck up in the air. I said, it's not true, Angela. I said, how many of them have you ever said hello to? 0. They don't see you, man. They're on their way somewhere. All you got to do is say hello. Guarantee they're going to say hello back. But dating is not the same over here. You don't approach women here the same way. You do it real subtle. Just say hello. And if she, John taught me that. Some of them are going to say hello. And then some of them are going to say hello. You're going to know in their voice, man, the smile comes out. Okay, that's a perfect sign. I mean, really, it's going to happen over here. A lot of women, they want you to say something to them. They'll never say anything to you, even on the dating site. That's why I tell guys that's the easiest way to know if a woman's a scam or if she's real or not. If she's sending you messages and notifications, more than likely, I wouldn't fool with it. I'm sorry. He says, you meet any, I don't know, mom and wa people, I don't know. Harry Shoulder says, I'm not going unless they have a bunch of places for massage. Oh, come on, man. You know they do, Harry Shoulders. You'll get spoiled on that. The average massage here costs about 300 pesos. That's less than $6. It's much less than $6. And the top of the line, which is in Bacolod, is only $4.50. So it's less than $9. But I'm talking about you're going to get a top of the line massage for 1 hour for about $9. I don't care which masseuse that you go to. I always request a woman. But all of these places, St. Carlos City, they just opened one here. Me and Marilyn were supposed to go try it out. See, in these big urban cities, they have all of that. Nuit Thai and different Royal Thai. And John, who was, John. He was in Cebu. He took me to a place right across from the Park Mall in Mandaue City. It was only 200 pesos. Man, you talking about a great massage. That's the Philippines are starting to be known for that. He says, do you have any recommendations for insurance? Well, let me say this again, that health insurance is not health care, okay? But remember, it's your health IT consultant. So if you're healthy and you're young, you could probably get a good policy. Okay, it's not going to cost you that much because a man's health care costs less than a woman's because we don't use it. But, some places they're saying Pacific Cross, just make sure that you got what you're paying for because you don't know what insurance you have until you need it. But Aetna, that's easy to Google, international insurance accepted in the Philippines. There's a guy who comes on my live stream sometime. His name is Michael Onstad. He's got a Facebook group called, I want to say, Healthcare in the Philippines or Health Insurance in the Philippines. He's an agent over here. He can answer a lot of those questions and guide you in the right direction. Just make sure you have enough. Okay? First of all, check that box when you buy your plane ticket here. Have that travel insurance that's going to cover you for emergencies, at least for the first 30 days while you're here. We don't want to pay that little extra $50 or $60 or whatever it is. It's the craziest thing in the world. What's up, 53 Shades Dark? He says, what's up, my peep? Late tune-up and oil change. Yeah, man. You get that midnight wake-up call over here. Wilson Pickett called it what? The midnight hour. Blizzard Brown says, when are you getting off the wheel and going to the Philippines? That's why I keep asking. Either shit or get off the pot. We chat just about every day for probably the last 4 years. He hasn't made it yet. Hell, he went out and bought a new car. That's going to delay his trip over his son. He says, after I pay this year's taxes, Blizzard, I told him just come over for a vacation. Yeah, I said they do have the ADAs have their own territory. They're like isolated from the rest of everybody else. They'll come down and go around and read palms and do stuff like that. Little stuff, man, to get their money. I blessed them with a few hundred pesos when they came through San Carlos City. We had just come from the gym and so on. He said, massages, W secret to success said massages, you better consider Thailand. No. Because when you go to Thailand, very seldom can you get a real massage. Okay. They want the happy ending. When I got my massage in Bangkok, they tell you to get naked and, all your clothes off. They're not going to do that over here. They would be, scared to death if you did that. And then all the lady really did was just rub oil on me. It wasn't a real massage because she knew what she really wanted to do. And I wasn't into that. But now I would say I would have to give the edge to the Philippines just from the few I saw. I'm just going by that because obviously I didn't see a lot. But they've got legitimate. I would put those, what's the name? The El Fisher Hotel in Bacolod. And they've got the actually salon on the 4th floor. I would put that against any place in all of Southeast Asia. And when you put in the price and all of that, I would put that place, it's called the Cocoon Spa. I've been in the Philippines a long time. I've been up to 17 islands. I always get a massage. It's by far the best for about $9. Jerome Morgan said they did the same thing in the Philippines. Spain first, America, concentration camps were used against them. He said, there's a lot of them in Pampanga. Yeah, massage places are everywhere here. It's a good business idea. If you see something over here where there's a lot of businesses, a lot of the same type of businesses, that'll give you an idea of what's a good business to start. All you have to do is put your unique flavor on it. If you're coming from the West, you could take over a business over here. I'm talking about the market share just by having better customer service. Because it doesn't mean that the Philippines doesn't have good customer service. Maybe it's not part of their culture. But see, my thing is, because, I'm a guest over here. I'm against opening up businesses unless you one-on-one. You're doing something that Filipinos don't offer, they can't do, they won't duplicate. Because to me, it's like you're taking food off the table, especially if you're competing against these locals. And see, a lot of times we're invisible over here, but when you start opening up businesses, competing against them, they can see you then. And it brings you trouble. There was an American in 2018, he got murdered, man. He had a successful cookie business, had his, old family recipe, and he was getting paid, man. He was going around to these businesses consigning his cookies. Then he'd come around every Wednesday, collect the money. But one Wednesday, they were waiting for him. They killed him, man. Took 250,000 pesos from him. Didn't fool with his wife. His wife was with him. Did not touch her. They killed him and took that money. See, this guy had a booming business. Okay. But it cost him his life. Was it worth it? I don't know, man. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, he said, Jim says, be shy, say hi. Yeah, that's all you got to do. But we come, hey, yo, baby, hey, you so nice looking. Man, they're going to run from you. Yeah, it's true, though. Rike said, just say hi. It's true, though. Or ask for directions. Say, hey, is there a Starbucks there? Say, excuse me, ma'am. Make sure you say ma'am. I don't care how old they are. Where's the Starbucks? But we don't want to do that. We want the easy way, so we meet them online. Because we want the easy, softer way. Every woman I've dealt over here, I met online except for one. But she knew who I was. Okay? I didn't know her from Adam, but she knew me. The rest of them you meet online. Angelo Habib has a nice looking woman, guys. She's young. She's, 26 or 27? He's 44 or whatever it is. She's nice looking. She's intelligent. She got a job. But, I'm telling him, dude, you probably got, everybody gets that roving eye over here. We start thinking, this is a mistake I made. I'm telling you from my life experiences that there's something better out there. Because you see it around you, but, man, you're rolling the dice over here. And I told him that. I said, dude, you got a nice looking woman. She's young. She's 27. No children. Got a good job. Why you want to gamble that? I'm just saying. I made the mistake. Man, look, when I was with my son's mother, and I don't know, y'all can go back and watch the videos when I went up to visit my son when he was still here. He's in America now. And here's what's so crazy about her. This woman still has every picture, every memento, everything we've ever done together. We were together 2 years. I mean, it done something to me when I went in her mother's house to visit my son, and there are pictures on the wall. And I asked her, I was like, why do you do this? She said, because I want my son to see you every day. I want him to know you. But I could not get any better than that. But I didn't know any better. I'm thinking, well, hell, I got this so easy. What else is out there? Man, I messed up. You know, this woman would have did anything for me. Absolutely anything, man. Worship the ground I walked on, guys. And I messed it up, thinking there was something better out there. Beautiful woman, okay? I'm just telling you. And this is the mistake we make. I was talking to a brother in the email. He's found him a nice 23-year-old woman over here. He says, hey, I'm going here, I'm going there. I want to look some more, even though I think I've got a keeper. I said, man, you probably do have a keeper. But we make a mistake. I'm just telling you. Yeah, they want that happy ending over there in Thailand. We get the roving eye. Okay, 53 Shades Darker's on here. He wears glasses, sunglasses all the time. Y'all think I'm joking. If you come over here, get you a nice pair of sunglasses. Because if they catch you looking, that's a sign of disrespect, really. Believe it or not. And you're going to look. So put the sunglasses on. Because once they catch you looking, it's going to take some of the shine off of you. You're not going to be Keith Richards anymore. You're going to be just like every other foreigner. They want you to keep the focus on them. But yeah, we mess up like that. Hey, Mr. Passport King, Magandangu Maga. A Khabib, Cal, and Sunshine Crew. Yeah, it would be Mayan Uto here, which means, you know, good noon. Yeah, Mr. Passport King is going to, well, he's getting married pretty soon. Is that this month? Ron Lawson said, hey, Cal, I'm staying at an Airbnb or hotel when I go out. Do I leave my money with my luggage or take it with me? I would leave it, man. You know, Filipinos, they're not going to risk their job like that. They got CCTVs everywhere here. No one's going to take your luggage and walk out the door with it. They're going to be seen. With the same lock that you use to lock your luggage before you check it in, just use that same lock. Okay? I was watching That Philippine Life the other day, and he was panicking because he thought he had lost his passport. Don't carry your passport around. Carry a copy of it. Make you a copy of your biological page and put that one up somewhere. You know, he thought somebody had walked off with it or whatever. But he was in his house, and they live right facing the ocean. Maybe somebody walked in. I don't know. I didn't watch the last of it. But he certainly wasn't robbed, like the video says, robbed. Yeah, new car ain't coming. Dank Magician God said, how many times did you visit the Philippines before you moved there? And how long were the vacation durations on average? A lot of time, something like 24 round trips. And let's see, I started coming in April 2009. I didn't move here until December 2018, but I couldn't. Did it prepare me? Absolutely prepared me. By the time I moved here, it wasn't a whole lot over here that I hadn't seen. Everything from the hospital bills to everything. I had saw it. And the average, see, when I first started coming over here, my first trip was 2 weeks. And then at that time, you could only stay 21 days. You didn't get 30 days. So I stayed at 21. But then like on maybe my third time coming here, I found out that you could extend. See, I didn't even know you could extend. At that time, it was 18 months. The long-term stay visa was 18 months. Now it's 36 months. So the first time was when I met my son's mother. And she blew me away. I was like, and I figured out, and yeah, I can extend. I ended up staying, I think, 3 months with her. We traveled around, but actually 2 months. But usually it was anywhere from, once I started figuring it out, man, how far it is, man, it was at least 4 or 5 weeks. Up until when my son was born, I stayed here 13 months, but it got longer because Alexander's home repairs. Let's see. W secret to success says, hey, Cal, not true, buddy. I got 2 regular massages per day while in Thailand, 24 days, and treated myself to a soapy massage every 3 days to take edge off, pimping. Yeah, see, like I said, I can only give you my personal experience. I didn't get any soapy massages because Maryland would have found out some kind of way. Filipinos are everywhere. He said, I wonder if they would shut me down if I started an FM Philippine radio station with Philippines as the face and front person. I don't think so. But I don't know what you would. I mean, there's so many radio stations here, and where would you get the advertising? And you would almost have to be a mathematical genius. This is what people are failing to understand. You're coming from a dollar economy to a peso economy. How would you know what to charge and what's considered a good deal and all of that? It's impossible, really. Well, it's not impossible, but it's extremely hard. You know, when some of these businesses, especially these sorry stores and different things, man, they barely squeak by with a profit per day. And you got somebody in there 10 to 12 hours a day. It's different. You know, it's just, you know, you're walking into a whole different, hey, Tom Dutcher, a whole different culture, a whole different country. I would chill out with starting a business. I showed y'all 10 businesses the other day for under $1,000. Some guys say, oh, you can't do that. Well, why can't you? They're doing it. I wouldn't do it. I would, you know, if you want to set up your woman, you know, give her one chance. Because they're going to ask you, oh, start a business then if you don't want to give me money. Okay, well, here's $1,000. Open me up a bakery or something. Or a laundry, you know, buy 2 machines, a washer and a dryer, and have her start a laundry service or something like that. You know, I'll buy her a fryer. With a little, have somebody build you a little stand around the fryer and sit there and fry chicken all day. You'll make a killing. One of Marilyn's friends that she went to school with, he did not go to college. He figured it out. So in St. Carlos City, whenever you see these people on the corner with this little, it's like a little lemonade stand type thing. Except they're frying chicken. This guy's making a killing, man. He's become rich. But see, when you're in an environment like the Philippines where, you know, you're seeing opportunity everywhere. If you're awake, that's what he did. He's making a mint selling chicken at 15 pesos a piece. Okay, because these little school kids, their mother might give them 50 pesos a day. They want some real food. Give me a rice and 2 pieces of chicken. I'm done for the day. What's up, Joseph? He said, man, boom talk, Cal. Okay, September 24th, Mr. Passport King. Is that why Jabraz is there? Is he your best man? TJ said, yeah, definitely some good sunglasses. But they think I'll be on here yapping. They think I'll just be on here talking. You gonna look. Now, let's get back to the list. I apologize. DeVal's number 4, TJ. It's not number 1. I could easily put these next 4 could easily flip places. Davao could be number one as far as I'm concerned. Big malls, the movie theaters, everything. And it's got Samal Island 8 minutes away. A whole other world. I mean, a real island with real beaches and nice resorts and everything. Okay. And remember, you're down in Mindanao where the cost of living is a whole lot lower. It's a lot less than the Visayas region, certainly Luzon. And TJ was there long enough, so the Wi-Fi must be pretty good, TJ, right? It was able to sustain him. I forgot how long you were here, what, 6 months or a year? And that's where he met his girlfriend. Hell, he's got a stunner. So, you know, all of it's there in Davao. So I got that number 4. I moved Davao up to number 1, but I really can't put it over Cebu because I know more about Cebu. I lived in Cebu. I never lived in Davao. That's why I can't put Davao number 1. I kind of gave up number 1, but yeah, Davao, man, it's you wouldn't skip a beat there in Davao. Get this Branco, use your Brica, whatever it is. I don't know who the guy is. He said, yeah, a good pair of sunglasses because you can't help but look. You're going to look. You're going to look. He said, you're looking, the girls are looking, and your girl looking at where you're looking. Yeah. Woo before the sun said, I just paid an agency to extend my visa, cost $2,600, but saved me an 8-hour trip. Plus time in the Bohol or the Bureau of Immigration office and nobody asking questions. Far better than the new quizzing they do. I do the same thing. You know, I go down to Dumaguete. You got to ride the bus, and it costs me 1,000 pesos, you know, on top of my fees. But I've got a daughter here now, so all they've done is they've taken her birth certificate and attach it to my application, and that's that. As long as you got a legit reason to be here, they're not gonna bother you. TJ said, boobs and butt are like the sun. Looking occasionally is fine. Staring is dangerous for your health. But with a good pair of sunglasses, you can look a lot longer. Yeah, and you're going to see it here. You're going to need it, man, because my son's mother, man, she would watch my eyes. I'd be in a taxi. She'd be sitting right next to me, man. She'd watch. What are you looking at? You know, because, you know, that's one of the things, you know, when you dicking them good, they start acting crazy like that. When you give them the good dick, over here especially, they go crazy, man. That jealous meter cranks up a whole other notch. I don't fool with the tempo, but that jealous meter is off the chain. They don't want to lose what they got. You hitting that pumpkin patch correctly. You punching that button over and over. You know, it's hard to say, dank magician God. He said, how much money do you have to save in order to take a year off work? That's the issue I have, is how to make money while over there. Well, I don't know. I don't see why. Okay, Julian, the guy that just left, he's 31. He's got a job online. Kaz up in Manila. TJ, those are guys you need to talk to. You get a job over in America that lets you work remotely. Your problem's solved. You're earning US dollars living over here, a vacationing, slow vacationing over here. You guys are in the land of opportunity, man. I was telling Julian, I said, man, you don't know how fortunate you are. At 31 years old, these type of opportunities didn't exist, where you could get a job and move overseas and still work your job and earn that good money. Those jobs are out there. There's one guy I wanted to bring him on my channel. He hasn't gotten back with me yet. He has a channel that helps people get jobs, remote jobs, that enable them to travel around. but he hasn't gotten back with me. I'd love to have him on here. What's up, Saran, a lot? He said, supervising the house build. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, he said, I don't do the umbrella, but I hydrate aggressively. And I have a neck fan I bought in Japan for when it gets really grossed out. Yeah, I mean, Angelo Habib asked me that I don't do the umbrella either. He does. But he's from Canada, too. I don't do it. I just carry my rag. This is my umbrella right here. I got one of these things soak up the sweat. They're thick. Hey, David, he said, blessed night, Uncle Cal. Thank you, brother. What time's the travel? Said, facts, Cal. I seen the Filipino chicken set up in Manila. Yeah, they make a killing, man. Or you see a lot of these other little carts. They sell like fish balls and all this fried stuff that, maybe costs what, 5 pesos each. And they'll just sit there. They got the sauce in front. Then they'll sell water and Mountain Dews and stuff. And they just sit there. They got a good spot. And you'll see lines of people, the students and stuff, because they don't have a lot of money. They get a lot of volume. And now in San Carlos, they got a lot of places over by the gym. They got coffee carts. You get coffee. Sometimes the pizza, they got a big RV where the pizza company sets up. They've got their oven inside that RV, and then they'll set out some chairs and the umbrellas, man. You get pizza. Yeah, he said, Miss Percival King said, yes, sir, Cal. Best man arrived yesterday. Yeah, he's on here. Okay, Jeff West Bay was talking about karaoke, right? But in Dumaguete, they already got that on the boulevard. Everywhere you go around that boulevard, you're going to see people singing karaoke. Then they got the basket out front for tip or whatever. You can come up and pay to sing. It used to only be one karaoke machine there run by some old guys. But it got so popular. Remember, it's over here that it's monkey see, monkey do. Oh, if you can do it, I can too. So now the boulevard is full of karaoke places. Mike Dorsman said Davao should be number one, Cal. It would be, but I've never lived in Davao. I really like Davao. I really enjoyed myself there. I didn't want to come back because once TJ took us to Samoa Island, I knew, I was like, wow, man, this is right here. It's not Sapawe Island where I'm from. It's nice, but it's not Samoa Island. And then, there's people there that came to the meet and greet who live in Samoa. They was like, man, we'll show you the whole island because they got some real live Boracay style beaches over there. Pangla, Lona Beach type places over there. That's where I would be staying. If I lived in Davao, I'd be over there every day. He said, no, I had triple redundancy and I'm still crashing out. I thought maybe, it was good. He said, they got Starlink now, though, and it works really well. Yeah, Passport King's getting married because I know that you just got married. When did you get married? July? 53 Shades Darker? Saranalot says, coming up on 2 months in the mountain province of Toboso, just north of Cal. I love it, but going to cost you creature comforts. Yeah, I hope you're building a lot of those creature comforts into your home. Alpino R said, my daughter's also a dual citizen. Yeah, all my kids are. And that's a good thing. Let's see. Okay, he says, 53 says, Darker says, and guys know this, anything I say, my wife knows already. She's a Sunshine Shoulders community member and looks at all the lives, reads the comments, enjoys listening in. Hell, she got her phone looking now. Your wife has done a tremendous job, a weight loss job, working out and stuff. Because I didn't recognize, me or Marilyn recognized her in the Val at the meeting. He said, Thomas Marshall said, man, too. Jim said, it's funny. Well, believe it or not, this is where a lot of Filipinos watch. They watch my lives. They don't watch my videos, really. They mostly watch my lives. Just see, it's 184 people on here now. Only a handful of people are commenting. A lot of these people are lurkers. They don't want you to know they're on here, because if I said something about another vlogger, the vlogger would get that information because one of their community members is on here lurking. Hey, Jesse Osby says, why is the pizza always not crispy over there? I heard you mention that in the video about businesses to start. I think because, they going in that, that, what do you call it, conveyor sort of oven. They need to slow it down or heat it up, either one. But Yellow Cow pizza is crispy. And that's about the only one that's crispy to me. That's really good. The rest of them aren't crispy. There was a restaurant here, Mike's Beer and Burgers. He passed away. He had the great food, man, but his pizza was trash. I don't know why. Like I said, I think it has to do with their ovens. But the oven and Yellow Cow pizza is slowed down because it takes a while for the pizza to get ready. But it's good. It's crispy. And, I got to have that. I can't have that doughy pizza where you have to take it home and put it in the toaster. Yeah, Mr. Passport King's getting married, man. Hey, DN3001 said, thanks for all the work you put in for your audience. I learned a lot from this channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Brian Nichols said, anything you say she can and will use against you. That's a fact. He said they're afraid to make comments. Yeah, they're not going to make any comments. Because I was shocked when Marilyn told me that certain people watch my lives. She said, yeah, they catch all your lives. They're at work. And I was really shocked about it. Because you don't know that they're on here. Who's on here right now? He said, Filipino P may be here looking for content. I don't know. She's successful, man. You can't argue with success. But I tell you all the time, I'm satisfied, man. I'm coming up on 60,000 subscribers. I never knew it. I never knew it was even possible for me, a channel like mine. But, people always ask me all the time, what do you think, why your channel doesn't grow as fast? I don't have a pussy. And I don't have long flowing hair. If I did, yeah, I have all that. I mean, these regular Filipino channels, they don't flew past me as far as, subscribers and probably support, but influence, no. But when you look at people like, her name is Filipino Elite, Elated. That's the one I was trying to come up with, guys. Her channel just blew up. Don't you know she came to my meet and greet one time in Lapu-Lapu? I couldn't even hardly understand her. Her English. She wanted to interview me because I think at the time she was living right across in Toledo. I was just going to try to help her. She only had like 1,400 subscribers or something. This wasn't that long ago, guys. This woman, somebody's been working with her. She's off the chart now. If she saw me now, she probably would act like she didn't even know me. She's way up there now. One thing I can say about July, though, is she's still humble for real. I see her in person when I go down to Dumaguete. It may not seem like it on her videos, but she is. you know, she's way up there. I mean, they got like 100-something thousand subscribers now because they got a pussy and long flowing hair. The content is no different than mine. But another one, Filipino Wanderer. I seen them all, man, when they were just starting. I was helping them. It's Wing. They always at my meet and greet one time. And then It's Wing and Filipino Wanderer, they went to the meet and greet in Dumaguete and got ignored. People was looking at them like they didn't have a head. I felt sorry for them. So I interviewed them because they came all the way from Cebu. I believe Mike's, what's that guy's name? Mike's Retirement something, where Janet is his wife. They bought them there. But they couldn't get any time with any of the, you know, the vloggers there. I felt sorry for them. And, you know, I gave them an interview. But they probably act like they don't know me now because they didn't get so big. Okay. They're so big now. I mean, they're really huge. They're following, especially that Filipino Elated. I can't believe how big she done blew up. Big Dog said, Cal, you're on the level with Muddy Waters, who influenced many artists, but didn't get credit he deserved. They all copy you, bro. Hey, thanks, man. That's humbling. But I wish him the best. You know, I'm just saying that that's just how it is over here. I just wish they would give us some nitty-gritty content that I can't give. See, they can talk about stuff that I don't know anything about. They can go inside the culture. They'll never do it, though. They're just going to keep talking about that same general petty stuff that they know y'all going to click on. What does a Filipino like in bed? You know, it's too big and all that, just, you know, simple stuff. W Secrets to Success says that Dan, he says, here's the secret sauce for remote IT jobs. Keep a U.S. address. Get a USA remote job. Work outside the country. Now, if you're doing or have any client-facing responsibilities, it won't work. Yeah. And get you a VPN, of course. It makes you think that you're still here. I mean, still in the United States. Because I've told y'all, man, I'm very naive when it comes to technology. I was trying to get into my bank account one day, man. It wouldn't even let me in. When I put it in the search, it would come up error. Come to find out, you have to be in the United States to access the online website. So like I said, Cal, you need a VPN. So I got a VPN, Express VPN. Excuse me. I don't pay that much for it. Boom, problem fixed. Hey, Benny, thank you. Concho Pete said these big Filipino YouTubers are the type you don't want. You know, it's not easy really to have a YouTube channel and remain relevant and stuff like that. We just make it look easy, but it's not easy. Yeah, it is a compliment when they copy you. You know, and they say, "Oh, I don't want to cooperate with them." I do want to cooperate with them, but when you get the big head, it turns me off. I told you I was at the Dumaguete meet and greet, and, you know, I wouldn't have mind. You know, I was a fan of Paul's. You know, I'm not a fan of his anymore because, you know, we were sitting there, we took a few pictures together, but when he said, you know, if you want to collaborate, just have your people, basically have your people get in touch with my people and all that. It just kind of blew me away. I'm like, dude, you're standing right in front of me. I don't need, you know, get his number from somebody. Like, who are you? You're not Johnny Carson, man. It just did something to me. I just saw him different after that. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but it did, man. Mark is different. People on Mark's case, but he's different. When I came back from that walk from when I walked from St. Carlos City to Dumaguete about a year ago, almost a year ago to the date, I was in Ground Zero. He came over and congratulated me, and he interviewed me. The only problem I had with him was when he let that quack doctor come on his channel and talk about me unabated for 15 minutes. And the guy was over in Arizona somewhere. He wasn't even in the Philippines. And he's talking about I was some type of psychopath or something. And he says, I've been a psychiatrist for 40 years and I know a psychopath when I see one. And I was just tripping out. I'm like, well, why isn't he stopping this guy and say, hey, man, don't come on here disparaging people. I don't have that type of channel. He never did. Blizzard Broad said they're trying to force a lot of remote workers back into the office. Man, I don't know if that's going to work, though, Blizzard Broad. After that, I guess it depends. After that lockdown, and it's working so well for so many companies, 8,000 miles away said Filipino vloggers are cool to watch, but they aren't talking about anything of substance at all. Yeah. And I get it. It's entertainment. It's soft porn, but yeah, they're not. They'll sit there with the phone while they're talking to you. They're actually reading on their phone instead of reading on the screen like this. And some of them be in the bed. They'll get out of the shower with the towel around them. I get it. They know what it takes to get the clicks and the views, because sometimes their live streams get 40, 50,000 views. I'm like, how is that possible for a live stream? But it is. Yeah, 53 says dark. He says it's not easy. Thomas Marshall said, Paul thinks he's hot stuff now. Well, they treat him like a celebrity. If you go to those meet and greets, you won't believe it. If people be lined up to talk to him, and he'll sit there at the table. It'd be a whole line of people. I'm talking about, you think I'm joking, the last meet and greet I seen with him, because I went to 2 in Dumaguete. It was the last one, maybe a year ago, a year and a half ago or something, where we're in Ground Zero, and he's just sitting at the table like he's signing autographs, but he's not. He's just talking to guys. He's got a long line of people waiting to meet him. Yeah, they treat him like a celebrity. W Secrets of Success says, Cal, to access your bank or any sensitive information, servers in the States would need a VPN, connection to access those accounts. IP addresses showing outside the U.S. would be blocked, especially over here. He said, whatever happened to Steve that walked the last leg with you to Dumaguete? I think he's just one of those guys who wants his privacy. He's got a young woman over here. I think they're still together. She's 27 or something. I just think he's over here living his best life. A lot of guys, they don't want nothing to do with this internet, man. They see the treatment that people like me receive, and my guests and others. It's like, I don't want any parts of that. But even though they may email you or message you or something like that, they'll never show their face again. And if I were you and I don't have any aspirations for a YouTube channel, I would never show my face on this YouTube. I wouldn't do it. Those are the people who are really living their best life. They're not on camera. They're off camera. No one even knows they're here. That's how you want to live your retirement. I had no idea it was so nasty and so ornery on YouTube. I would have never started a channel. I mean, people are ignorant, man. They are. They're unhappy. And, a guy was messaging me today, the guy from Panama. He said, it's impossible to police the internet. So you're going to have that foolishness. I wouldn't have did it, man. I would not have done it. It's stupid. Hey, Chief, what's going on? And so, yeah, that's where Steve and OG Fred and all them, man, they living their best life. They in retirement. They want nothing to do with this internet. When people are, constantly trying to get on your channel and all that, man, those are the ones that they raise a red flag. See, those are the ones with a red flag. And then they'll be in the comments of other people's videos, putting you down because you didn't. I mean, it's not my job to do that. Whether you have a travel agency, there's a guy who's got a travel agency. Y'all may know what I'm talking about. I used to have him on my channel. I don't have him anymore because I won't promote it like he wants me to promote it. Okay? Because I'm not going to promote anybody that's going to charge Geechee Lion 4,000 pesos a day, or hook him up with somebody that's going to charge him 4,000 pesos a day for a tour guide in Iloilo, of all places. You don't need a tour guide in Iloilo, first of all. Certainly not 4,000 a day. I'm not promoting that kind of stuff. That's not beneficial to my audience. So he's mad at me. I don't care. Yeah, he says, IT consultant said, that's why I'm faceless once you open a Pandora's box. Yeah, but you really have to have some profound content if you're going to be faceless. You basically have to do documentaries and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to gain a following. But I don't blame you. I don't blame you. What's up, boo-hoo? Yeah, I don't blame you, though. Yeah, he said, Jesse says, hi. I just watched that video again earlier today where he told you he paid that guy 4,000 pesos a day. Your reaction to him was so genuine. It was so damn funny. Yeah, it's like, why, man? That's unbelievable. 4,000 a day? What was he doing for you? You could get a bar girl for 4,000 a day. Am I lying? But in Iloilo, one of the most progressive cities in the Philippines, everything's right there. What do you need that for? A lot of times, taxi drivers will act as a de facto tour guide. You can give them 1,000 or 1,500. They'll take you all around the city. Who is this Angron guy at Cal Roach? Why are you playing with your life? Why are you like this? What are you talking about, man? Watch this guy. Hey, Pearly May. He said, good morning. Good afternoon, Calvin. Shout out to our daughter, Keisha Olivia. Happy first birthday. God bless you and your family. Hey, thank you. Pearly May Suline. He said, instead of a tour guide, I use a GPS. Yeah, you don't need, it just, for 4,000, I was shocked. I don't know if he got a piece of that, but I'm pretty sure he did. It's a lot of money, man. Okay, Serrano, I'm getting ready to get over here. He said, do you already go through all 10 yet? No, I'm getting ready to go through. We were at number 4. Number 3 is Metro Manila. Okay. Nowhere would that be number 1 simply because it's just too congested. But there are people in Metro Manila who love Manila. My buddy Kaz, he swears by Manila. He wouldn't move anywhere else. He doesn't live right in the heart of Manila, but he lives in Metro Manila. Everything's there. PBA, if you like basketball, whatever it is, Manila's going to have it. The good Wi-Fi, everything. But it's going to have the congestion and the traffic and all that. Everywhere you go in Manila is the crowds. I don't care where you go. When we were coming from Angeles City to come back to San Carlos City, we stopped in Manila. We stopped in the Mall of Asia. It was on a Sunday, man. I'll never do that again. You can't get in. You can't get in to eat anywhere. It's a line everywhere. I mean, it's just too many people. You're talking about, what, 12 to 20 million people, depending on what figures you want to go by. That's a lot of people. But as far as a new person coming in here, getting their feet wet, I have to put that number 3 because most people fly into Manila when they come here anyway. And everything you're looking for is in Manila. He said too much smoke in Manila. Yeah, that congestion, this is where you really see a lot of bad poverty too. It's just too many people, man. But that's the Philippines, Hollywood. That's where people go to, realize their dreams. That's the big city. That's why you got all those people up there that are looking for that opportunity of a lifetime, looking to be discovered and everything. That's Manila. Maid said, Cal, what city in Manila that's comparable in the U.S.? You mean, you're talking about BGC. Yeah, that's considered Metro Manila. Regular John said Mall of Asia is too crowded. Yeah, but everywhere you go there. And then if you go across the street to that, I call it the Bay Walk, but it's not the original Bay Walk. But it's got that big Ferris wheel and all the vending machines, the park. And it's just so crowded, man. But they got the best music. If you like live music, you'd have to go to some place like Atlanta or Memphis, Beale Street or something like that to compete with the live music scene in Manila. I mean, me and my wife were there one time, and there was a Filipino group. And I don't know, I'm going to tell my age. They were singing the stylistics. They were doing a stylistic medley. They sound just like it. And then every restaurant on that Baywalk had its own live band, man. I mean, they was cooking, man. They just got great, I'm not even going to say good, they got great live music in Manila. So that's where the nightlife is. These next 3 places all got the nightlife, really. So number 2 is Angeles City. That's number 2. And I put that there for a lot of reasons. It could be number 1, but I've never lived there. That's just the expat community up there is second to none in the Philippines. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're looking for, you need help, whatever it is, it's there. It's there in Angeles City. And it's got the big malls. It's got everywhere. You're close to Subic Bay and Clark. You're close to Baguio. You got the famous Walking Street. But that expat community up there is second to none, guys. If you want to be babysat, if you're a newbie and you're like, man, it's my first time out of the country, I don't feel comfortable, go to Angeles City. All you got to do is go, even before you get to Walking Street, that little strip of bars and stuff, you're going to see Americans, foreigners all over the place. You'll fit right in, man, okay? I promise you that. And there's some stunners in Angeles City, and they're not bar girls. My buddy, Anthony Williams, man, he had a stunner with him when he came to our meet and greet there. She wasn't from Walking Street, but he met her there. I mean, she was tight, young, 24 or something, I think. Because I've always told you that, just in my humble opinion, that's the perfect age of a Filipino woman is 24. All right. When I met my son's mother, she was 24. When I met my wife, she was 24. They're just perfect at 24. They still got that innocent look, but yet they're grown. They've already finished college. They already been out in the workforce. They can appreciate you and what you bring into the table. And more than likely, they're willing to follow you if you're going somewhere. But yeah, Angeles City, number 2. And number 1, I got Cebu City. because I know more about Cebu City than any other city other than San Carlos City. I lived in Cebu over 2 years. I lived about 6 months in Mactan. And Cebu is just, I mean, I was watching today where a Filipino guy, he's a Phil-Am, he was doing a video on the pros and cons of the Philippines, right? He was talking about Manila, and he said, the women in Manila don't impress him. He said, but when he went to Cebu, he said, that's where the most beautiful women are. And he's telling the exact truth. The God's honest truth. That's where they are. Cebu is like the hub of the Visayas region. It's the Manila of the Visayas, where everybody comes to make their dreams come true. But they're just spending more and more money in Cebu. The infrastructure has gotten so much better that Ayala Mall is off the chart. They got good live music. It's all there, man. So that's my number one. A lot of people in this community are in Cebu now. That's why I say if the weather looks like it's clearing up, I may leave to go there in the morning and stay for a couple of days. He said, what about Negros Oriental? I have Dumaguete. I do Dumaguete there. But outside of Dumaguete, I don't know a whole lot. Well, Gahunan, I know a little bit about. Manjuyert, I believe Manjuyert is the name you pronounce that. But they're not really big cities. And you have to understand something about Negros Oriental. You're only going to hear this on my channel. It's dangerous there, but not for foreigners, not so much for foreigners. You got to understand that in 2019, they were contemplating martial law in Negros Oriental. A lot of political murders and stuff like that was going on in Negros Oriental. It was off the chart. Remember, not too long ago, a sitting governor was killed in his own house. Okay, it can get pretty hot in Negros Oriental. But he says, what about Malapascua, Bantayan? I'm not talking about tourist places. That's what I said when I started. I said, but these are places where a new person can come, get their feet wet, and then all of these places are close to one of these tourist places. Like if you go to Cebu City, that's how you have to get to Malapascua or Bantayan. You can't fly into those places. You got to fly into Mactan. Then you got to catch a bus. Then you got to catch a ferry to both of those places. They're all part of Cebu province. But yeah, Malapascua is beautiful, man. It's just a little bitty place. And the Filipinos are my color. You're going to see a lot of Filipinos over there, but they're Filipinos, but they're my color. And I'm talking, Maryland said, oh, it's the sun. No, it's not, Maryland. You know, the Filipinos don't get that dark. You see so many of them, they just look like me. The woman when we checked in our hotel, she looked like a black Filipino woman. They still have the long hair and everything, but like this. And everywhere we went, we see them. Some of them have afros. See, people don't understand when the Spanish came, they call it Negroes Island, right? But it's Negroes Island because they saw the black people here. So the Spanish, what's their word for black? It's Negro. But of course, over time, it's Negroes Island. That's where they get the name, guys, okay? But Malapascua is beautiful, man. That stretch of beach and, it has the, little restaurants and stuff like that. Man, it's so many places here in the Philippines. You can't see it all. But it doesn't suffer from over-tourism. When me and Maryland was there, you could have counted the people on that stretch, on the main strip. Maybe 100 people. That's nothing on a strip like that. I'm sure it wasn't 100. When we went down to Gland, hell, it wasn't 10 people on the damn beach. And only place you're going to see big crowds is like a Palawan, Boracay, Alona Beach in Panglao, probably Puerto Galera. But you go to Sikihor, no. See, that's the good thing about Dumaguete. Now you go right over to Sikihor, 30 minutes away. He said Cebu with Manila pretty soon. It already is a certain time. You know, but you can get around that stuff. If you leave early, you know, Sunday, no matter where you are, Sunday, you're going to get a break from the traffic. If you didn't know that, you know that now. A lot of that traffic is people going to work, students, because this is when all the jeepneys and all that is crowding the roads and messing up the traffic. Buses, everybody's going somewhere, all these motorcycles. Sunday, they get their break. That's their day off. Everybody's day off. It's family day. But thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support. Watch that video, man. Get out of that delusion of having a maid with benefits, man. You're setting yourself up for a disaster. If a woman decides that I'm going to be your maid with benefits, her character is to the point where she's not above setting you up and telling people what you got in your house. Okay? It happens all the time. I gave you some examples. Look, if you're members only, you've got that video uploaded. The 5 top signs that you're satisfying your Filipino wife or girlfriend in the bed. My regular viewers will get that in the morning. You know, we all know it's about money, but you can flip that script real quick if you know what you're doing in the bedroom. You certainly can get honesty out of her. Good love making is like a truth serum. If you're slinging that thing the right way, she's going to tell you. Even if she had an idea of cheating you or setting you up, you blow her damn back out, man, she's going to come clean. She's going to tell you the truth. But take care, y'all. I'll see y'all next time.